Hello everyone, this is D-Rig with a video on how to configure the trainer functions between two FreeSky radios on the Ethos operating system using the Bluetooth module in each radio. I'm not going to cover a cable or the FWTM module in this video. Now I don't know about you guys, but I really hate long drawn out how-to videos, so I'm going to keep this as clear and concise as possible. So let's get right to it. Step 1, you need your master or instructor transmitter profile to be fully configured, mixes, reversing, and everything. On our student or slave radio here, we need a generic airplane profile that has no mixing, no reversing, everything, just a very basic profile. Step 3, we're going to need to enable the trainer function on each radio. So let's go ahead and start with the student transmitter. We're going to press model to go into the model menu. We're going to go to the end of page 2, the trainer menu. Now in the trainer menu, you're going to need to make a selection here. And since this is the student radio, we need to make it the slave radio. We're going to select Bluetooth. We're going to select high speed because these two radios are compatible. You could select normal speed if one of the radios doesn't have this capability. And lastly, we're going to note the local address. This is the Bluetooth address for the student radio because we're going to need in the master instructor radio to search for it here in a moment. You can also change the name of your radio here if you so desire. Now let's go to our master or instructor radio. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to model. We're going to go to page 2. And we're going to select trainer. Now here, we're going to select master because it's the instructor radio. We're going to select Bluetooth, high speed. We can have a custom name. And first, now we're going to need to move on to our next step. We're going to need to connect the two transmitters. So let's go ahead and hit search. And we're going to search for the student radio. Now the student radio, last 3 letters was 3 Echo 1. We'll select that. Now sometimes this takes a second. You'll know it's connected when this red indication here at the top of the screen turns white. You'll also hear Ethos tell you the trainer signal is recovered. Lastly on the screen, we need to select the active condition. Oops. This is going to enable the student radio to have control. I've selected switch B to be the down position. That's when your student radio is in control. Unselecting switch B will take control away from the student. Now that we're connected, we can configure our channels. In this video here, I'm just going to cover the basic flight controls. You can see that we have replace aileron, replace elevator, replace throttle, and replace rudder. There's other options here you could use. Add if you would like your stick to help the student out. But we'll use replace for now. Now, as a best practice, I would only recommend using the primary flight controls for the student. That meaning aileron, elevator, throttle, and rudder. If, for example, you're doing instruction with an EDF that has retractable gear, I would recommend only having that control in the instructor transmitter. But if the student's in control and they want to have the gear go down, for example, you could say gear down. Just communicate between the two pilots, and one pilot moves the control, that being the instructor. This will prevent any mismatched controls when you transfer control between the student and the instructor. Lastly, now that our radios are both configured, we're going to verify that the controls are moving the same direction. So right now, my master transmitter, instructor transmitter is in control. And what we can do here is go to the output screen, and we can see on the ailerons which way it's moving. Now I'm going to give my student control, and I'm going to move the stick on the student transmitter And note that on the aileron, it moves the exact same way. Let's do the same thing with the elevator. So instructor box is now in control. I'm gonna go up elevator, it goes in the negative direction. Down elevator goes in the positive direction. When I give my student control, I'm gonna go up elevator, it goes in the negative direction. Down elevator goes in the positive direction. So let's do that with each of our controls. We'll check the rudder. Okay, so you can see here that it's reversed. So we want to see the same behavior when we give the student control, left and right. You can also do this with the throttle, but on this instructor radio, the throttle safety switch is on, so you can see the throttle's not working at all. The other way to verify this would be to plug the airplane in and verify the controls moving the sticks as we just did. Now, well guys, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'll do my best to respond and answer those questions. I do plan on making more of these types of videos that are quick, clear, and concise. Until next time.